watching HCTV 22 City News, your source for news and information on issues, people, arts and entertainment, and sports in the city of Hawthorne.
In this edition of City News, some people say they look like prisons. We'll tell you why this is a good thing. Also, she was known as the Book Lady. We'll tell you who this extraordinary woman was and where you can learn more about her. And at one local elementary school, it was a night for all things healthy. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Michelle Tucker. Columbine, Grossmont, Lancaster County. The names alone invoke images of gunfire, chaos, and tragedy. In the past decade, there have been more than 40 cases of school shootings throughout the U.S., and the number is unfortunately growing. Here's Michelle Mizell Archer with a story about how local officials and police are working to keep area schools safe.
With high fences and security guards, Centinela Valley Union High Schools may look more like maximum security prisons. But officials say that's a good thing.
The primary reason our schools are locked and we have fences around our schools isn't to keep our students in, it's to keep intruders out.
Ongoing reports of school shootings have communities on high alert and school officials reevaluating security procedures.
When anything happens like what happened in Pennsylvania, what happened in Colorado, we always take a look. Is there anything we could do a little bit differently?
That means the fences, gates, security guards, and school resource officers are not going anywhere. And soon visitors won't be going anywhere either, at least without an updated version of one of these. For now, visitors have to wear these badges, but the new ones will require a name, a date, and a destination. It's a small change that'll be a big help.
I think that's actually a really good idea. This way, we know who's coming on the campuses, what they're there for, and why they're there, and how long they've been there.
There are also plans to improve PA systems and install new surveillance cameras.
This way, we can see if somebody's trying to jump over a fence and get into one of our schools.
Officials say these extra precautions are only in addition to what their staff, faculty, and students have long practiced, just in case an intruder comes.
The doors will be locked, and students will be kept in the classroom until which time they hear an all-clear bell system, or they're told through a phone or PA system that the kids can come back out on campus.
It's preparation to prevent devastation.
Obviously, we know that if somebody comes in with machine guns, what are you going to do? But we really believe that we're very prepared. We're about as prepared as you can be, and other than that, you can just hope for the best, because our students don't deserve to have to come to school and worry about somebody coming in and hurting them.
It sounds like they won't have to. Michelle Mizell Archer, HCTV.
If you see someone or hear anything suspicious at your school, don't hesitate to tell a school resource officer, teacher, or staff member. And don't forget, you can remain anonymous. It's almost that time of year to get into the holiday spirit. One way of doing it is attending the upcoming 6th annual Hawthorne Hometown Holiday Parade. The parade is scheduled Saturday, December 2nd at 10 a.m. It will travel down Hawthorne Boulevard starting at 138th Street, ending at City Hall. For further information, you can call 1-310-349-2935. Libraries are filled with information about almost anyone or anything in this world. But when you visit the library at Eucalyptus Elementary, there's one person you'll learn about regardless of what you came for. Here's Michelle Mizell Archer with more.
If you stop by the Eucalyptus Elementary School library, there's someone you should look up.
When you come to our library, you'll meet Mrs. Q. It's a special invitation from her to you.
Mrs. Q, otherwise known as Peggy Stewart Quaich, was 76 years old when she lost her battle with cancer this past February. But friends and family say she won't be forgotten.
I want there to be somebody there to say, I know her, I heard about her.
Peggy Quaich's colleagues have dedicated the school library to her and recently held a ceremony to unveil this plaque that will hang there in her memory.
Let's fill this library with things Peg cherished. That way her memory will surely not perish.
Peggy Quaich spent more than 30 years at Eucalyptus, serving as the school librarian. then a special reading teacher, and finally retiring as the school's principal.
She was a person dedicated to education of young children.
Co-workers also say she cared more about others than herself.
She'd say, "It's okay, everything's going to be all right, not to worry." That was her mantra from the very first time I ever met her.
Briefly before the ceremony, I had an opportunity to speak to Peggy's husband, Don Quach, and I asked him, what was one of the last things Peggy told you? And he said that she told him, "It's going to be okay." Reporting for HCTV, I'm Michelle Mizell Archer.
To donate to the Memorial Fund, you can make checks to PSQLF and mail them to Steve Tabor, Hawthorne School District, 14120 South Hawthorne Boulevard, Hawthorne, California, 90250. The holidays are just around the corner, and the Hawthorne President's Council has started getting ready. We'll take you to the Hawthorne Memorial Center for the annual community barbecue.
The Hawthorne President's Council recently cooked up a barbecue chicken dinner with all the fixings.
Look at the size of that chicken leg. Bargain for $5.
This community dinner benefits holiday assistance programs.
This is where the money goes toward holiday food baskets for Hawthorne families.
Tables decorated with a fall flair set the mood and reminded people that the holidays are just around the corner. And it's events like this that ensures a happy holiday for some of the needy.
And we're going to help all the poor kids at Christmas time. We're going to give them gifts and we're going to give them turkey.
Students from the Hawthorne Police Explorers Academy, Hawthorne Interact Club, and Lusinger's Key Club all came out to assist with the event.
We're here to help out and serve food to these people.
It makes me feel good. It makes me like I'm contributing to my community.
We just do a lot of stuff that we know that people are gonna appreciate, needy people.
Tonight's dinner raised more than $3,000 that will benefit local families and make for a happy holiday season.
If you would like more information about the Hawthorne President's Council or would like to donate, you can call 1-310-643-5687. Coming up next on City News, we take you to one of the best deals in town. Also, we see what types of art these students are learning. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back.
On January 8th, Amy Narvajo was saved from freezing to death by the National Guard. Were it not for their employers giving them the time to answer the call, this story might have had a different ending. To every employer who supports the Guard and Reserve, thanks for making us your business.
Sometimes it's important for kids to keep quiet. But if you keep quiet about a kid who talks about hurting someone with a gun, some kid could be quiet forever. Don't wait till it's too late. Tell a grown-up right away. For a free book about what to do, write to McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652.
While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say.
I don't like red, said Yellow, and Green said, nor do I. And no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why.
Well, I bought that box of crayons and took it home with me and drew with all the colors so the crayons could all see.
That each of us is special and everyone's unique, but it's when we get together that the picture is complete.
To a child, a little of your time can make a lifetime of difference. That's why the Greenville Family Partnership sponsored a hike, because kids with something to do are less likely to do drugs.
Standing right in front of them.
Whether you're a good storyteller or a good listener, you can help. To find out about community drug prevention programs, call toll-free 1-877-KIDS-313.
I can keep a kid off drugs.
Happy Halloween.
Welcome back. Are you teaching your kids the proper do's and don'ts of good health? In case the message isn't getting through, perhaps some tips from Nutrition Night will help. Reporter Limor Shlomoff has the story from Jefferson Elementary.
Students spun their health into control this month at Jefferson Elementary's Nutrition Night, visiting various booths that offered food for thought on nutritious eating. At one of the booths, students enjoyed wholesome pita, realizing that nutritious foods can be tasty. For example, Mountain Dew is equivalent to 11 teaspoons of sugar. In that case, perhaps it's better to burn the ideas of sodas altogether and dance your way to fruits to satisfy a sweet tooth.
I like getting healthy because, it gives you a lot of energy and everything. And so, like at PE, usually I'm all lumpy. But one time I ate an apple and then I was just running really fast.
The overall message tonight is a healthy, low in fat lifestyle. But remember, low in fat does not necessarily mean no fats, because there are actually good fats that play a major role in supporting your bodily needs.
Fat is critical in our diet. People are fat phobic. We're scared of eating too much fat because it has a lot of calories. But if you eat the right types of fat, oils instead of butter, omega-3 fatty acids like you'd find in olive oil and fish oil are really, really healthy.
We're sampling oil, pure vegetable oil with rosemary and garlic. We used fresh rosemary. We just added the rosemary and the garlic right to the bottle of vegetable oil, and it's a healthier alternative to using butter on your bread.
So far, kids seem to be catching on, stepping their way to healthier thinking.
I'm eating this because I want to be healthy.
Healthy and happy. For HCTV, I'm Limor Shlomoff.
Dana Middle School drama teacher Deanna Eblesser has just been awarded the National Playwright Discovery Teacher Award at a ceremony held in Washington, D.C. The award honors teachers who creatively bring disability awareness to their classrooms through the art of playwriting. Eblesser is also a published theater critic and artist. It really is true that one person's trash is another person's treasure. Reporter Kyra Jenkins stopped by the Hawthorne Library's book and bake sale, where she found that you can't judge a book by its cover.
The book and bake sale at Hawthorne Library drew people of all ages. Children and adults found great buys on favorite DVDs, cassettes, and books.
I realized it was a book sale today, so I'm like, I'll just come and buy some books.
Patricia is glad that she won't spend more than $5 at this book sale. She won't forget Winnie the Pooh and her favorite,
romance.
Everyone's looking for their favorite books. For Tony, it's fashion.
Because when I first got started, when I used to go to the library, they didn't have a selection of fashion books. But then to see all the books on the table, I was pretty excited.
Friends of the Library organizes the sale and brings the funds back to the community.
One year they needed books for the high school. They had to read this, and we only had one, so we ordered enough that they could all, be able to check it out and read it.
Hawthorne Library is good with recycling dollars. All the items here have been donated.
People don't want videos anymore, and they don't want the big sets of books, the encyclopedias, and they're good sellers for us.
For HCTV, I'm Kyra Jenkins.
To become a member of Friends of the Library, sign up at the library or call 1-310-679-8193. There is good news ahead for El Camino College students. Starting January 1st, 2007, enrollment fees will be reduced to $20 per semester unit, down from the current $26 per unit. This change affects all 109 California community colleges. This decrease was recently approved by the state legislature and signed into law by the governor. When we return, we check out the frightful festivities at the Richstone Halloween party.
Hello, young prince. Hello, young prince.